glad you know. In the northern Rockies, gusts are blowing around 30 to 50 miles an hour, but in localized areas, they could pass 70, 80 miles an hour. And one of the places, like near Browning, have wind gusts that are blowing up to uh, probably up to 70 miles an hour. Oh, 62. Yeah, make that up to 70 miles an hour. And parts of the Great Basin, like Nevada, blowing up to 60 miles an hour in the center part of the state, and up to 40 to 50 miles an hour in a few places throughout Nevada and as well as Colorado, northern Arizona, and a little bit just to the east of Albuquerque. In the Sierra Nevadas, though, wind gusts are blowing around 40 to 50, maybe close to 60 miles an hour, depending on the location. But in the San Francisco Bay Area, Chico, and Eureka, gusts are up to, hold on a minute, gusts are up to 30 or 50 miles an hour there. Southern California is relatively light though, but in the mountains, up to 40 miles an hour in gusts. In places like Washington State, yeah, not much gust. Oregon, northern Oregon, just up to 40 miles an hour. Humidity, there's a lot of humidity throughout the lower Mississippi Valley and the mid Mississippi Valley and a little bit in the Central Plains. A lot of humidity throughout the Pacific Northwest and parts of the Great Basin, just north of Salt Lake City and southern Idaho and Maine too. And just a bit in Florida. While your humidity levels are decent, rainfall accumulation, make that last for about 24 hours. Okay, so let's see what we got. Nothing much in Maine, just up to a quarter inch of rain in total for the next 24 hours, though. Wild, nothing for you. You're not going to get rain. That's good. Because the only way to tell if it's raining, well, rather, when you see this in the next 24 hours, if you don't see about like at least a tenth of an inch of rain or even snow for that matter, then you're not getting anything. It'll be nice. In the southeast, just up to 24 hours in the next 24 hours, they could get in some places they could get as much as about 6 to 8 inches of rain. Locally heavier amounts though. Tennessee up to 4, and the Panhandle of Florida as well up to 5, and then in the coastal part of South Carolina up to 4 inches of rain. In the Dakotas up to 2 to 3 inches of rain. Parts of the Great Basin, Northern Rockies, Cascades, and parts of the Pacific Northwest, it can get as much as up to an inch or inch and a half of rain. And let's take a look at the snowfall. Any new snow? Nothing for you, Wild. But those in coastal Maine that could see traceable amounts of snow of no more than an inch of snow. The northern Rockies could see just about as much as around some places in western Wyoming, about at least a foot of snow, and northwestern Montana, northern tip of Idaho, and throughout the rest of Idaho, wherever there is snow, just up to 6 inches of snow will be there. What is wrong with? Hold on. What is wrong with people? The Cascades in Washington State, in the mountains, they could get as much as a foot of snow. But elsewhere throughout the Cascades, down to Oregon, they could get as much as up to 3 to 6 inches of snow. Northern Nevada, about up to 6 inches of snow there, maybe up to 8. North of Elko. Northeast Oregon and near Walla Walla, about as much as 6 inches of snow. Colorado, up to maybe 6 inches of snow or to 8, near Salt Lake City too. Elsewhere, nothing much though. But do check with your local officials and your local weather office just to see the actual estimates in the next 24 hours, for which the forecasts, sometimes they would change hour by hour. or they just end up falling short or just pass expectations. Like for example, if they say it's estimated that one place might get an inch of snow, and then the next day there's actually 2 feet of snow, or if they didn't get snow at all, that's what I'm talking about, folks. But in rare, sometimes it would be dead on correct. Now let's take a look at the upper part of the atmosphere. So Wild, you managed. So what did you do today? I mean, if I haven't asked you already. I mean, I know you told me about the weather, but I mean, you don't have to tell me. Like, I'm not, you know, pressuring you to do it. I mean, like, I'm just curious. Like, you chill or something. For me, I just chilled. This weekend, because I know that this week is going to be, one of those, not eventful but yet stressful week. Okay, so let's see what we got for right now. Okay, so assuming that this is right now, we do have mini troughs just north of Washington State and north of Montana, and and we have a decent trough just over Arkansas and Missouri, and another one just over Maine. And we do have a flat ridge over the desert southwest, and an upper level high, which is a ridge just over Lake Superior. What does this mean? This means that we are basically dealing with plenty of wet weather throughout the northwestern part of the country, and the south as well, and a few places in the northeast, particularly in Maine and the mid-Atlantic as well. In the next 24 hours, though, just got some new tables and dishes today, a new toaster. Other than that, not too much. All right, that's good. It's nice to have, new things. Yeah, I haven't really gotten. Oh, wait a minute. I think last year I may have gotten a new table, but that was only because, well, it was more of like a hand-me-down type of thing. Yeah, someone in the family got it, and then we ended up, someone in the family whose boss gave it to a family member. Not going to disclose exactly who, but I'm just going to say that, oh, we got a new table, just because it was like, someone else that wanted the table, and well, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that that person is moving away. Not a family member, but more like a family member's boss. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's see, new toaster, new dishes, nice. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really gotten new dishes, but new toaster, I'd say, we did get one earlier this year, and it works fine. Okay, let's see what we got for tomorrow night. We do have a trough just north of Montana, and another trough just over Tennessee, and another one just over southern tip of Nova Scotia. There's going to be a flat ridge just over Texas and California. Well, it's kind of flat though. And there's this upper level high, this ridge right here. It's going to be over the Hudson Bay area, which means that we're going to be dealing with a lot of wet weather, a few storms in the northern plains, and some wet weather in the southeast, in which it moved from the lower Mississippi to the Carolinas, and some places in the northeast could get some wet weather too. You see, Tuesday night, this ridge starts moving in. It'll be over the Colorado Valley and Nevada. A trough would be over the Great Plains. And there's going to be this, what it looks like, a sideways looking trough over the northeast, and this upper level high that's going to be over northern Michigan near Hudson Bay area. Which means there's going to be some storms throughout the Mississippi Valley, all the way to Texas, and storms would definitely be a thing throughout the Northeast, all the way to the Mid-Atlantic and parts of Florida too, and the Pacific Northwest as well. And finally, oh boy, this one is a doozy. Okay, so we do have a strengthened upper level high that's going to be over the lower Mississippi Valley, and we do have this ridge that's going to be over the desert southwest. This is upper level high just near Baja California in Mexico. A trough would be north of Montana, and it looks like an upper level high just north of Maine. And yet Melissa, as you can see, is right here. And what this is going to do is that's going to kick Melissa out. But right now we're just going to leave Melissa out for a few seconds. And now we're going to the tropics. Okay. Oh boy. Which means that we're going to be dealing with a lot of strong storms from places like Florida all the way to Maine. And not because of Melissa. Melissa is just over 1,000 miles away from the New York City area. While you might get some wet weather in the next few days. From what it looks like, it might be a thing for you starting on tomorrow night. And then going into, I would say, by Wednesday night, though. But we'll check just a little, just a little bit. Anyway, let's go back here and head back to the tropics. Melissa's here, and not that much is brewing in the Atlantic other than dry air and some wind shear. Melissa's here, just south of the Bahamas. Trough. Okay, so we got this upper level low. It's over the south central part of the country. Okay, so Melissa is nearing Jamaica on the south side, and then you get this upper level low. It's digging in, and it's gonna wait for Melissa. Okay, so Melissa bulldozes through Jamaica, and then on the eastern end of Cuba. Although the trough tends to weaken just a bit, but this one might present itself as the one that'll make the decision for Melissa. Not much going on. Maybe something here, but I wouldn't put my money on it. Then by Wednesday night, though, Melissa, yeah, it's gonna go through the southern end of the Bahamas, and then you have this upper level low. It'll get stronger, and then this will force Melissa out. And this upper level high, it's not going to go up. If it were, then Melissa would not be on its way out. It could end up, it could have ended up, well, there. I don't know why I said could have. But what I mean is, folks, is that 13 years ago, I had Sandy, in which Melissa ended up following a similar fate. Melissa is following a similar fate Sandy endured back in 2012. But right now, this ridge is not going to budge. But that's a good thing, because, no one wants Superstorm Sandy Part 2 to happen, this year. Then, you get this trough, starts moving in. And it'll be a problem for me, though. And Wild, looks like as though that you're going to be in a world of pain, dude, throughout the later part of the week, because of wet weather. I'll check that out, though. I'll check that out. Well, Melissa, though, by Friday night, it's going to be out of here. And nothing much is going to develop, though. Plenty of wind shear all across the Atlantic. Maybe here, but it's all guessing game, though.